Hey everyone, my name is Farah. I am in London and I am a self-made boss. I have my own beauty company and I'm very excited to be here.
You managed to create a very influential platform. I believe that this all started back in your days when you appeared first on TV.
Yep, 8 years ago. I was working at the Playboy Casino in London in Mayfair as a VIP host, and I feel like I can say this now and I won't get in trouble, but me and one of the other girls, we bunked off our shift. I know it's really bad. Don't bunk.
No, it's not. We've all done it. It's all right.
Yeah. So we bunked off our shifts. You know, we were doing night shifts. It was, you know, it's a casino, so it's 24 hours. So that night we were just tired. Well, we weren't that tired because we went out, right? So we went out and that's where I got scouted. And I was just like, a show about love? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And they literally hounded me for 2 weeks saying, just come for an audition. And I was like, oh my God, they're not going to leave me. Let me just go and see what this is about. And reality is not, it wasn't what it's like now, back then, you know. Now it's huge. You go into a reality show, you know, you're clued on to what you want out of the show. Your life changes, you know. And I was very probably, you know, you could call me naive at the time.
Yes.
But I was just like, oh yeah, where are we going? Abroad? Okay, find love. Why not, right? So I met up with WizKid. They were the production company for X at the time. And yeah, it was really good. I got a call back saying MTV loved me and they want to meet with me. So I think I met with MTV, say, on a Monday. And that same day, about 4 o'clock, they were like, MTV love you. They want to fly you out. And I was like, oh my God, like, am I doing this? And they were like, but we want to fly you out in 2 days. So I don't know if someone dropped out. I don't know. And I was like, oh my God, I need to go to the salon. I was like, I need wax, nails. I was like, I need to get the whole shebang. So yeah, I didn't even have time to kind of process what was happening. I was shoving things in a suitcase. But I just thought, you know what? I'm very much a person that lives in the now. So I was like, let's do it. And then X happened.
Didn't your ex have to come into it?
So thank God. Myself and 3 others, we didn't have any exes come in, but it just became a little bit incestuous because I got on really well with, well, everyone really. And one of the girls, she had 2 exes come in and I was like, oh my God, I really like fancy this guy. So I'm a girl's girl, so I don't step on anyone's toes. So I took her aside and I was like, babe, are you going there? Because if you're not going there, I'm going to go there. And she was like, no, go for it. Because she wanted to kind of fix things up with her other ex. So I was like, right. And that was Joss, who absolutely lovely. And yeah, we had a little TV romance, if you want to call it that. We saw each other probably a couple of times. He was based in Norwich at the time. Yeah, a couple of times we saw each other again on PAs, but yeah, it did not materialize. I just think everyone was in the hype, you know, especially the guys with the attention that they get in. They're going to PAs all around the UK. Oh. And there was no hard feelings. I just think it wasn't the right time, or we just weren't fully compatible. But no,
it happens.
It happened, absolutely. You know, I could call him now and everything is cool. So
Farah, so now you've done the show, you've come out of the show, and what's life like now?
Life is, well, you go back to normal life because it's not aired yet. I think we came back, we were out there for 3 weeks straight. We didn't have a phone, nothing like that. Everything was taken off us. And I went back to the Playboy Club. I worked my shifts and the show wasn't going to be aired till, let's say, March, April, the year after. So I went back to normal life. You know, Christmas happened, New Year's happened, just me being me. We had like shoots in between for like the launch of it. But that was it. But then I did actually have to leave my job at the time because I don't know, they just didn't like people going on shows, you know, TV and doing that. Yeah, so I had to leave, which is fine. I was there for 2 years. I did my time, had a great time there. And yeah, literally for a year, once the show aired, I just worked off that. PAs.
So what was it? Was it just like an overnight thing? Was just like, were you just getting recognised?
Yeah,
people messaging you?
Because they don't prep you for it either. Literally, you know, you get the ticks on your social media, which I'm very grateful for because, you know, it's enabled me to collaborate with brands that I love. But literally, your following just goes crazy, you know. So there's a lot of good that comes with it, but you know, you get the trolls, you gotta entertain the trolls sometimes, that comes into it. But yeah, it was just mad, you know, people just saying, oh my god, are you Farah from Ex on the Beach? And you know, I'd have so many women at events, and this is something I will always take with me. Not that there's anything wrong if you have done this, but they were just like, you're the one that didn't sleep with anyone on TV. And I was like, that's me.
I think there's something so elegant about that.
Thank you.
So I really do applaud you for that.
Thank you. You do, honestly, not to interrupt, but you do forget the cameras are there, because
I can imagine
you do forget.
So my question is then, can you therefore appreciate, you know, like for example, people that have come off Love Island who have unfortunately not taken too well to the fame, and it's, you know, it's given them a lot of depression, and then unfortunately some have, you know, committed suicide.
Yeah.
Can you, now being in that reality show, see how that can happen for some people?
Oh my god, 100%. I've spoken about this with you know, ex-partners that I've been with at the time, friends, because at some point, if you're, you know, it does run out, you know, unless you make a huge impact, then yes, you will have a job that will enable you to stay in the limelight, but it does run out. So you have to think, God, what am I going to do? You know, I went back into sales jobs, which was me for 3 years after X, and it was just so weird, because I got to realize that a week being into the job, someone would notice, or someone would Google you, or the boss knew, and that was primarily sometimes the reason why I got the job. Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, and sometimes it would be too much, because it's like, right, this is my sales job, yes, that's what I did, happy to talk about it, but it would go around the office, that's Farah from Ex on the Beach, and which is fine. I'm not ashamed of what I did. Like, I love the show, you know.
I think it's wonderful that you went on it.
I've loved what I've achieved from and how far I've come, but at the same time, there's so much more to me than just that show. So it was,
you know, and that is what I want to get to, because you know, I know that you are a fierce boss girl, and you are always on the lookout for, because you understand that us as women, we can't put all our eggs in one basket. Like, look what happened with the pandemic, for example.
Absolutely.
You know, so many companies have gone bust. Me and you had this conversation before about, like, I can't believe Victoria's Secrets has gone into administration.
That is mad. Like, such a huge established brand, like, you know, internationally, like, known. You're like,
what? Yeah, exactly. And you just never know what can happen, because now it's proven that the impossible is possible, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So tell me about your businesses and what you're doing and what you've been working on, because I know there's been lots of, you know, on your Instagram. I've
always been very independent. I've always known from a very young age the industries that I wanted to be in, pursue, and I think it was just last year I had 5 jobs. 5. So it's safe to say I'm employable, but it's also safe to say I just can't work for someone, and it's not because I can't take direction. No, absolutely not. I've very much taken, especially wanting to learn all the time, but also at some point the bosses that maybe I shouldn't say this not the bosses, someone in the company becomes a twat.
The captains.
Someone, and
the captains of the ships.
Maybe not even the captain, maybe just, you know, little sailor on the side. Someone becomes an absolute twat. And I'm all about energy. I'm all about, if I'm going to be somewhere more than I am at home, I want it to be a really nice atmosphere, you know? And at some point in every job, someone becomes an absolute twat. And I'm just like, I can't be here. It's not because I'm not strong, or I just don't put up with a lot of shit. I swear on this?
I think you're a leader. I think you're a leader, Farah, and that's the bottom line. And when you understand that you're a leader, you won't say sorry for that, because that's who you are, and that's great. We need leaders. Yeah, we need leaders in this world.
No, definitely.
And that's just who you are. You see, it's like, for example, me. I say it how it is. So my previous boss said to me, and that's the reason why I used the expression about the captain of the ship, because he actually said to me, listen, right, this is my ship, right? If you want to be the captain, go and get your own ship. And I turned around and I went, okay. No, I don't.
It's just like, why do people not think it's not possible? So that literally pushed me to just pull my socks up, do what I wanted to do. And I just thought, I've always loved fashion and I've always loved beauty. I'm not a makeup artist, but I'm obsessed with makeup. And at the time, money-wise, it made more sense to start beauty. So I actually started building the brand last January. And it took some time because I was working a full-time job and just doing loads of other stuff, trying to keep up with my social media. And yeah, by the time I launched, which was last December, it's just been crazy. It's been so good. I announced today that I'm now going to be stocked in Ibiza in 3 venues. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so everything is just falling into place, you know. For anyone that doesn't have a job, lost their job throughout the pandemic, like, I feel you, like, I understand. And having an online business has really saved me, and it's given me the time to really push my brand and my company in the direction I want it to go. So if there's something that you guys want to do, literally I've always said, take advantage of this time.
Agreed. And you've just said something really key at the beginning of this, and you said, you know, a business does take time. People can't just go into business and think, right, tomorrow, that's it, I'm launching and I'm done and it's going to be great.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of prepping that goes into business before you can actually launch it.
I mean, I knew I wanted to beauty. I knew I wanted to be a cosmetics line. Did I have the funds to have an eyeshadow palette, an eyeliner, a 12-piece collection, eyelash collection, lip kits? No. So I said to myself, I'm still going to do this, but I'm going to do it product by product. So I know that I've given all the attention, made sure everything from the design process to creating the product, right until I have the product in my hand with the samples, that I know it's perfect. So right now I have a 12-piece eyelash collection and a new product that's launching in a couple of weeks. It's a I've actually never said this yet, so you're exclusive. It's a 2-in-1 eyeliner and glue. I know. Formula is amazing.
Very handy.
Right? Don't need 2 in your bag now, just 1. Ibiza are going to be the first to stock it from tomorrow, and I'll be launching it everywhere else.
So where in Ibiza?
So it's going to be at Kiss My Fairy Salon, O Beach Boutique, and the Wiki Woo Hotel. So lash emergency,
I really want to go to the Wiki Woo Hotel, by the way. It looks so cute.
I've not been. Is it? It's very grammable.
Very grammable. I can't believe that we even speak like that these days, but yeah, it's very grammable for sure. So for girls that are watching right now, Farah, and are saying to themselves, yeah, but the thing is, you know, you've got a blue tick and you can get yourself into businesses. What about me? I can't get a business. How do I even begin? I've got no money. What would you say to these people that are literally blocking themselves?
Honestly, first of all, there's competition everywhere. If you thought, God, I want to do a beauty brand, but there's Huda, there's L'Oreal, there's thousands of beauty brands. If someone woke up and said, I want to do this business, but there's always going to be competition. But I'm a true believer that there's always room for everyone. If you work hard and you do something, even if it's something little every day towards your goal, there's no doubt in my mind why you would fail. You just wouldn't. If you're working towards it, you're staying positive, not saying there's going to be low points. You know, I've struggled with what I'm doing, but you just have to keep going. You really do have to keep going. The blue tick is nonsense. It really is. Don't get me wrong. It does get you to a place where people will look at your profile, look at your engagement, but there's a whole package now with social media. You know, the algorithm keeps changing. Companies aren't looking at followers anymore. They're looking at engagement. How many comments does this person have on a post? How often do they post? I am very conscious of how much I post, and every agent that I've had, I've always said, I'm not posting every day. I refuse, because I know my audience are mainly young girls. I don't want to feed into this mental health that I live in this perfect world. I'm really passionate about living in the moment. So me not posting every day, that is huge for me. I want people to go to dinner and not post about their dinner or boomeranging, you know, cheersing their wine like I always do. I'm guilty of it, but just live, you know. So honestly, sometimes I run out of content and I'm just like, right, come here with your wine. There's content everywhere. But no,
hey, you come here.
Come here. I just join groups and I'm just like, you guys are going to be my friends tonight. I'm just going to make it like, you know, I'm having a fabulous.
Exactly. Honestly, Instagram drives me mad sometimes. I'm just like, I can't think of anything else to post about.
Yeah, no, honestly, sometimes I go to my fruit bowl and I'm like, right, what we run out of? Like going to Sainsbury's to catch some oranges. Like I just...
It's so true.
Yeah.
But okay, so girls that have, for example, when we have those days where we're just like miserable and moody, it could be the time of the month, it could be all sorts of things.
Yeah.
What tips would you give them to just come out of it and to just try and be positive so that you can carry on your day and make it a successful one?
Okay, so what I do every morning and what I have a vision board. So I would definitely tell, you don't even have to go and buy a board, just put it up on your wall, bit of blue tack, you know, the things that you want to achieve. I'm sure everyone hears all the time with The Secret and you know, manifesting your dreams. Like it does take training your mind to actually, you know, with so much going on personally, you know, what's going on around the world, like to take yourself out of that helps me so much. I look at that board and I think, right, I have to get out of this funk because I need to get there. And I know I need to do something, even if it's something small today, to get to that place. So definitely a vision board, that 100%, even if it's so small as like, you know, I want to buy that full Huda Beauty, you know, cosmetic.
It could be
anything so small to so big, the car, your dream car. So that's one thing I definitely do. And every morning I have like a to-do list, even if it's so small. I just make sure I have about 5 bullet points on there of what to do, even if it's, you know, it could be things that I didn't finish the day before and I've brought it forward. So definitely every morning set some goals, and if you can't do all 5, at least do 3 and just continue it, because end of the day, life happens. Something might spontaneously happen during your day and you might not be able to fulfill all 5. So definitely a vision board and just goals every morning.
I think that's fantastic. I think time management is so key to be able to structure yourself, because when you do, people don't seem to realize that is connected with your happiness. When you feel you've done things and ticked things off, there's such a sense of like, it's so rewarding and you feel so it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. So I definitely agree with writing down what you're going to do, you know, for tomorrow, tonight, or early in the morning with a coffee or a tea or whatever it is that your routine is. So we were talking about obviously, you know, writing goals down. That people are sometimes afraid of their own dreams. Why be afraid of your dreams?
Honestly, all I can think about is if someone's been told you can't do that, don't be silly. Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm an avid believer. Like, I don't believe in the 9 to 5. I just never have, and I think that's why I've struggled with jobs as well. Like, even mom and dad are like, what number job is this? And I was just like, yeah, but like, don't worry, because I'm gonna do this like on my own. Like, watch me.
I got this, mom.
Everyone
I got this, mom.
Yeah,
I don't know where that came from.
But no, honestly, it's either, you know, people take what I understand from the people that surround me and my own experiences. If people doubt you, of course, you're naturally going to doubt yourself. And that's something that sets aside leaders and the people that go for their dreams and go for their passions, because they're the ones that are like, I don't care what you say. Right. Keep saying what you're saying, because I'm still going to do me. you know? And that's the attitude that you have, because there are going to be so many people that are going to say, what, you want to do a beauty brand, but what, you think you're going to be better than that one? No, I'm not even trying to be better. I'm just trying to do me. I know my lane, you know, and my lane, I can see the success. So, you know, why can't everyone have some sort of like piece of the pie in this?
Because
yeah, I think
people,
so many factors.
people try to put you down because they can't do it. And if you were to do it, that would only highlight how much they couldn't do it. And that makes them feel like failures. So in fact, when someone says that you can't do it, I love to turn that as like, oh yeah.
It's ammunition. That is fuel. That is fuel. Absolutely. I'm just like, oh, okay. Let me just put that on my my goals to let me turn that around for whoever. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so true. You know what? I actually think that sometimes if you want to make it a fun activity, measure your success by the amount of haters you have. If you have a lot of haters, you're on the right path.
You're doing something right. Yeah.
You're on the right. And if you haven't got any haters, go make some.
I think one of my posts like months ago, I'm always like trying to be creative with my captions, you know, trying to be a bit snazzy. And sometimes I do need help. I call a friend and I'm just like, look, I'm going to send you a picture. Like, whatever comes to you, tell me, because I'm literally captioned out. And I think I said one of them was just like, you know, haters turned into fans. Like, I need new haters, you know.
It's so true, though.
That's what happens.
The haters do end up turning into fans.
Yeah. But that's what they say, you know. At first they laugh at you for what you're trying to achieve. And then they're just like, oh, they start to listen, or they start to like step back, or they may even try and copy you.
If they copy you, it is a form of flattery, guys. So don't take it personally.
Absolutely fine.
So, Farah, tell me about the love life.
Oh, God.
Where is
I'm only laughing because I just had a recent negatory experience. I do make up words as well. Sorry, babe. Like, I don't even think negatory is a word, but...
What does that even mean?
Like a negative experience.
Oh, okay.
All right, love life. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I want to know about the negatory.
The negatory experience.
In a nutshell.
Very toxic. But it was the first experience that I was in it. I was in the situation, and I would say to my friends, I know it's bad. It's awful. I need to get out. I couldn't get out.
Why?
And it took me a while to come out of it and be like, and I think now that I look back, I'm like, wow, you put up with all that crap. And
was it a narcissist?
Yeah, which I've only started to
discover
realize what that was. I didn't even know what a narcissist was, and people would send me, oh my God, like, you know, I saw that post, are you going through that? You know, because I try and be as honest as I can on my social media. How, you know, yesterday I had a little rant because I was just stressed out with technology.
It was so funny.
Stressed out, and you know, like hair in a bun, PJs on, I don't care, because I think people need to see your reality. They need to see you glammed up. They need to see you when you look like a homeless person. Not that there's wrong with homeless people. I wish there wasn't any homeless people. I know, I always feel like I have to backtrack and be like, no, I didn't mean it like that.
It's not fair, because we say things and it doesn't necessarily mean anything offensive.
Yeah,
we're just like
trained to like,
I know, because there's always some crazy person out there that will take what you say, twist it, again, a hater, twist it, and then try and make you out like you're trying to say something which was totally innocent in the first place.
And say that. But no, it was a very negative experience that I'm so happy to be out of. I'm so like...
You're single now?
I'm single. I'm dating.
That's amazing. Which one?
Hinge. Babe, pandemic. I need to keep it moving.
Hinge.
I need to keep
Is it good?
Okay. So
is the app good?
I was recommended to go. Well, I was recommended to go on this one because apparently you have more serious candidates, whereas the other ones are a bit more of like a hookup. They just want to have fun, which is fine. But you know,
so you get like doctors and lawyers on this one.
What's that?
Do you get doctors and lawyers on this one?
You do, babe, and they're serious. I was like, okay. But you honestly, it is quite entertaining, because I just thought, I mean, this is even before the pandemic. I was like, I don't even go out that much. Do I expect him to be my husband to be my postman? You know, if I'm not going out, then I need to do something.
We don't even have a milkman anymore, so it can't be him.
It's narrowed everything down. So yeah, I am dating now. And it's so weird, because even just some of the guys that I meet, the way they speak to you and the way they just are, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm shocked, but I'm like, no, this is how you're supposed to be treated. And it's crazy. Yeah, it's so weird.
I've been through that as well, and you're right, you don't realize you're going out with a narcissist until you're thinking, what is going on here, because something doesn't make sense and add up, and it's only until you start researching that you do. But how did you come out of it?
I think he cheated for the 1000th time, and I
found that probably done it. That probably done it.
Yeah, and I was like, like you just said, I was just like, nah, this is not right. This is not right. And I don't know what it is with some females, and I just want to direct this now, not because like I'm so over it and I'm so, you know, I always try and see the good in a bad situation, and some good did come out of it. You know, I met some people within that relationship that were amazing, but I just have to address, because I got loads of messages on social media. This is like the dark side of social media, and I just think that some females do not care. They don't care if someone's in a relationship. They don't care if they're and I got so many messages of them kind of laughing that, no, I was with your man, that you were suffering. Not that I was even suffering, because I would never show that on social media. Very rarely you'll see me upset or cry, and maybe I do need to show that side of me, but just, I guess, happy at the fact that I've had your man. You know, they would screenshot things to me, their conversation, and don't get me wrong, like
they were doing you a favor though.
Exactly. So I most of the time I wouldn't even reply. I'd just be like, okay, cool, thanks, like in my head. But I just thought, I got so many messages, and I was just like, I know he was the one to blame, so I wasn't even going to direct my anger or hurt towards him. But I just thought, what are you getting out of this? Because it's not like you're telling me like, babe, I just want to let you know, I didn't know that he had a girlfriend, but this is what happened. You know, they were like, I've had your man and I'm gonna keep going. I think that, you know, like, what it is it goes back to, it's jealousy, because unfortunately with the good comes the bad, with the fact that you are on TV and that you have this like platform, and and then girls see that and they become envious of it, and then they look at you and they think, well, I mean, who does she think she is? I want what she has. And then they want to show you that look that we are on the same level now, because what you wanted and what you had, so I've got it too. And I think it's such a sick way, but it does stem to jealousy. It is jealousy. I don't know what it is. If it's that, it's sad. I just think it's sad. There are enough men, there are enough women to, you know. Don't fight over a man, girls. Absolutely not. So I just took myself out of that situation. So yeah, that was my negatory experience. You're not going to be hashtagging this word, I'm telling you. I'm gonna hashtag it. But now I'm dating now, and I'm happy, and you've got your businesses, and you've got people that love you, and you're amazing, and you're beautiful, and you're strong, and you're powerful. So do you know what? Any negativity that you did experience, it had to be there in order to teach you something. Absolutely. Only you know that. You can take that, evolve, move on, and everyone else can carry on fighting over the leftover pieces of meat. Have him. Like, I'm so, like, ill. So okay, it brings me on to my last question, and it's a question that I ask everyone, and that is, if you had a magic wand and you could change one thing, and only one thing in the world,
what would it be and why?
Oh God, there's so many. Just
I know,
one.
but it can only be one. And by the way, this magic wand
like
doesn't
10?
really exist.
Right, magic wand. So what I'm eradicating something from the world.
Well, you can, something that you could take away something away from the world, or you could add something, or something to do with humankind, or something to do with the way that we act as humans, or
honestly, just because of something that I'm going through personally with family, I would eradicate illnesses, just diseases, illnesses. If that could just disappear.
So true.
And we would have more special times with friends and family. Oh God, I don't want to get. I said don't cry on social media.
I know. Oh my gosh.
No, I won't. No,
okay, go.
Yeah, no, I would just probably eliminate that. I think so many people are taken before our time, and it's just, yeah. I mean, I've watched a lot of documentaries on the pharmaceutical world and how it's a sick world as well. So yeah, that would be my one thing, to eliminate illnesses as small as the cold, as big as cancer.
Yeah, I understand. And I always say, after everyone answers that, I wish that I did have a magic wand, but unfortunately I don't. And you know, this is the cold reality of life, that every single one of us is going to experience at some stage. No one's getting out alive. That's number one. So and I think some people can become very arrogant when another person is going through a situation, and it's like, oh, don't do that, because you know, things can change in a matter of seconds. So I think we should be very appreciative of what we do have now.
100%. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, so whatever you guys want to tell someone, whatever you guys want to start doing, like, start today. Like, there's no better time than now.
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you so much for our interview. There was a lot of giggles going on, and
thank you for having me.
And I hope you sort out the overheating situation on your phone.
Do you know what? Technology in the past 3 days, I'm over it. I'm literally just going to go outside and lay on the grass or something and just be at one with nature, because I'm over technology at the moment. I don't know what I've done, but
it's literally too much. But anyway, obviously me and you will stay in touch. Absolutely adore you, and
thank you.
And speak soon.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.